Let's get this day over with.
What's going on, guys? I'm mic'd up. Yes, sir. Mic'd up. Ready to gizzo. Whew.
Well, I'm a huge comic throughout my whole life, and one of my kids.
I promise you, I was trying to turn it down. It literally would not let me go back. But today is March 16th, day 30 of the government shutdown. I'm over this, as you already know, but I'm not here to discuss that today. Hold on. Maybe a bit of a new angle today, but that's okay. As long as we're snug as a bug in a rug, we're good. Today, I wanted to talk about healing from my anxious attachment and biblical masculinity. So, one thing I'm doing, let me say this real quick. When it comes to my anxious attachment, so I always used to worry, especially like in relationships, specifically romantic relationships, right? Like, is my person going to leave me? Because in my past relationships, hold on. I think I just found a perfect, literally spoke too soon as I said that. Okay, I think I found the best angle I can for me. What was I saying? Dealing with anxious attachment, I used to always worry that my partner was going to leave me, right? Because I just never had someone to stick it out with me, or they had options, right? Options. And they would talk to the guy that told me, oh, don't worry about him. Y'all fellas know how it is. Even ladies, if y'all watching this, oh, you don't have to worry about him, right? He's just a friend. And then one time that happened to me, guess what happened? She said not to worry about him. She ended up dating him anyway, right? That was the first time we dated, right? She got with him, said don't worry about him. I'm healing for like 6 months. I'm like, dude, this is, oh my gosh. Of course, it's always the guy that you don't have to worry about, that you really have to worry about. Stopped talking for 6 months. She ended up hitting me back up, saying sorry and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. I want to get back together. I was, 19, 18 at the time? So I didn't know any better, and we ended up getting back together for a year. And guess what happened? She ended up leaving me again for the same guy. But this time, 5 years later, she ended up pregnant by him. So it was just like the guy I always knew, the guy people warned me about and said, hey, you should, you know what I'm saying? You should keep your eye on him. Is the same guy that got the girl pregnant, got my ex-girl pregnant. And it's just like, okay, so ever since that day, and then you see how other people be moving in their relationships, I'm like, dude, I need to be like really, really, really secure in my relationship. I need to. And even in my last relationship, it's always that one guy that lingers around, that orbits around. But sometimes it depends on the person, but it be the woman that keeps them around, right? She was cool with her F buddy. Just talking about my last ex. She was cool with her F buddy. And I was not cool with that, bro. And I know they liked each other, but I just had this lingering anxiety that like she low-key liked him. And like, I believe she never physically cheated on me, but like she definitely kept that door open for him. And I just haven't had the experience of having a woman like not have that backup option, or having that one guy that she still likes or still has feelings for. I've never had that. But healing from it, I'm realizing that there are women out there that are down for the cause, right? There are women out there that actually do want to be with one man and keep it pushing with that one man. And so one thing I'm doing is taking it slow, and I'm not trying not to overthink everything. Because one thing your boy be doing is overthink everything. I look into every single text, every single minor detail, every single little thing. The way her tone might be off. And I used to be going through phones all the time because I just did not trust my partner. But another thing that I do is I do what I do, right? So what I'm saying is I can only worry about me at the end of the day. I can only worry about my actions at the end of the day, right? So if she is cheating, if she's doing stuff behind my back, well, God sees it. I may not see it, but God sees all, right? And she's going to reap whatever she sows, right? And I can only worry about myself. So that's another thing. Ooh, this sun is sunning right now. I can only worry about myself, right? I can only do what's best for me. I can only look out for me. And whatever they do, that's on them, right? So that's another way I'm healing, because I know at the end of the day, I don't want to sit up here and say I'm a good guy, but like, man, I'm loyal to the soil, right? I try to do what's best. At the end of the day, I try to do the best thing I can for me and my partner and consider her. And if I was in that situation, well, if the roles were reversed, or if I was put in a tough situation, let me consider my partner. Like, if a girl would have tried to hit on me, right? I'm not going to be like, let me be player, and I'm going to get her number 2 and just keep her on the side just in case. And I'll be like, no, my girl wouldn't be cool with this. So no, I'm not gonna get your number. I'm not gonna flirt with you. I'm not gonna walk and talk with you. I'm not even gonna entertain it, right? What's another way I'm healing from my anxiety? I'm just taking it slow. I'm leaning on God, right? And that kind of ties into the biblical masculinity. Like, I'm learning about that, right? Because for the most part, people call me, like, I've been called gentle, maybe a little sensitive, and those aren't necessarily bad things, especially the gentle. But I think I need to be a little bit more courageous, right? I was learning about this yesterday. I called it GGC, right? This is how to be like a good Christian, godly man, right? Gentle, godly, courageous. When you're gentle, right, we got to understand women have emotions. We all have emotions, but women, their emotions fluctuate, right? All over the place, often, right? I think it has to do with like their period cycle or the hormones, but like every day their emotions just fluctuate. But as a man, you have to be solid. You have to be that rock, right? You gotta be that rock. You gotta be steady. So when her emotions are all over the place, you gotta be consistent. You gotta be constant. If she's sad, you gotta be present. You gotta understand, like, she's not really looking for a solution. She just wants, for the most part, women just want to vent. They just want someone to talk to. They just want to express their emotions, right? How they feel. They're not looking for a solution, but you gotta You gotta have active listening, right? You want to be relatable to her. And maybe in the comments, you can tell me if I'm doing this right, but like, let's say a woman says that she's embarrassed, like she had a presentation at work and she felt embarrassed. How I would respond to it is like, yeah, you gotta be relatable. I'd be like, yeah, I can see how that's embarrassing. You know, I've had try to, I don't know, make up a story, not make up a story, but like a relatable story and be like, yeah, I can see how that's embarrassing. Like, I would be embarrassed if that happened to me too. But it's okay. Like, people mess up and try to find a positive. You know, people mess up and you did your best, right? That's the only thing you can do. Do your best and you just learn from next time and you know what to do, right? Don't look at failure as a mistake. Look at it as a learning opportunity, right? Being gentle with her, talking well to her, because she's not one of your homeboys, man. She's a woman. She's a woman, not a female. She's a woman, right? So treat her as such. Godly, being like Jesus, right? Every day I try to strive to be like Jesus. I'm not sinless, but I sin less, right? So I try to clean my mouth, right? I try not to cuss as much. I try to speak good things onto people, right? I try to be sacrificial. That's the main thing right there. Being sacrificial. If it come down to it, and I gotta take a bullet for my lady, then I gotta take a bullet for my lady, right? If I had to sacrifice my job, my work, my body, then I gotta do it to protect my queen, right? And that's something I had a hard time doing because it's like, man, I ain't gonna take no bullet for no girl. I ain't gonna do none of that. But then as I gotten older and gotten to know God, that's like the biggest type of love there is, right? That's real love right there. That is some real love right there. When you find that woman, when you find your wife, you gotta be able to lay it out for her, man. Right? You gotta be able to stand up for her. Not only physically, that's why I'm taking Muay Thai, right? Because I want to be able to, like, in case we get into a confrontation, not me and her, but like me and some other dude get into a confrontation, I want to be able to stand my ground, right? I want to be able to physically protect her and, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 on some Steve Fox, right? I want to be able to make dude realize, like, hey, this dude don't be playing, right? Don't let the glasses fool you. Now I still see how, I gotta change all my words. I still see how weak you are, man. I still see how soft you are. All right, you don't wanna, because don't underestimate anyone when it comes to fighting, right? But it's just bigger than that. It's just being able to hold my ground, and if she were to get into a confrontation with the dude, he gonna catch that 1, 2, maybe a little 3 or 4, right? Maybe even a 5, 6 with the leg kicks and a 7, 8 to make his head straight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm trying to get into that as well. But also spiritually, I want to protect her spiritually. I want to pray over her, protect her emotionally, like be vulnerable. I want to be there. I want to be present. I just want to be open with her, and I just want to protect her as much as I can. That's what I'm really learning in this season right now. So when it does when it does become time for me to be in a relationship, I just have it figured out, or at least I have it mostly figured out. Like I said, this is a learning experience for me, and I enjoy the learning. So taking it, slowing down, taking my time, right? Another thing I'm learning is when to talk and when not to talk, right? When you want to say something smart, it's just best to keep quiet. It doesn't matter. Dude, drive. It doesn't matter if you get your T clocked, right? It's you're not here to impress man, right? You're here to impress God, right? You're here to serve God. So God sees all, and God will clock their T when their time comes. All right, so you don't have to worry about nobody, no man, woman. You don't have to worry about them, right? It's okay. God protects all. He sees all. I feel like people underestimate God when it comes to like his timing and his power that he has, right? I love God, but I also fear God, and I don't want to disobey God, right? I want to be obedient to him. I want to I was put on this earth for a purpose, to serve him, to fulfill my need, to fulfill his need that he put on here for me, right? He has a purpose for me, and I feel like my purpose is to create and connect, right? I love to create stuff. I love to create apps, games, content, and I also like to connect with people. I'm starting to learn that I like to talk to people. Now, I need to be a little bit more selective on who I be vulnerable with, but I like to talk to people. I like to connect with people, right? I like being vulnerable with people. I like opening up, because it's nice to have like a lot of people you're cool with, but it's those deep connections that really just means something to me. Like it's just very significant. It signifies that, like, man, like there are good people out here in the world, and that I can be vulnerable with, and I can be open with too, right? Courageous, that was the last one. GGC, godly, gentle, courageous. Being courageous, right? Sticking up for your girl and speaking up, right? Don't be passive. Now, I'm not saying you can be assertive, right? But don't be over controlling, right? Don't be a tyrant. But you want to be courageous. You want to lead confidently, right? You want to have some confidence in you. You want to be able to not be passive, not say anything at all, right? It's good to hold your tongue sometimes, but sometimes you got to speak up too. It depends on the circumstance, but sometimes you got to speak up and be like, hey, don't do that, right? It kind of comes with boundaries. You got boundaries, speak up for yourself. If you don't like something, speak up. And honestly, if they don't respect it, say it again or walk away, right? It's just better to do that sometimes. You just gotta, it just depends on the situation, right? It's a base by base situation. But yeah, those are things I'm learning right now. And I feel like I'm getting better with it, but you really don't know until you know. But yeah, we just arrived at the airport. Day 30, they're supposed to apparently vote today. I think they vote either today or tomorrow, but they have until the 28th to come up with a budget, right? They have until the 28th, because if they don't get a vote, or if they don't say yes by the 28th, they go on a recess until April 15th. People are already playing catch up with their bills. Imagine waiting even longer now. Oh my goodness, what are we talking about? So I'm gonna assume, but you never know with the government now, but like I'm gonna assume that they're gonna find a solution around that time, whether that be like the day of, or like the day before, or 2 days before. I think they're gonna find a budget around that time, but as of March 16th, I don't think they're gonna I honestly think they're not gonna find a solution. And I'm not gonna get too political, but they just need to come together. They need to understand that we are people and we need to get paid. Okay, we have bills just like you guys. It's crazy because they're making decisions and they're getting paid, and we're not making decisions and we're not getting paid. That is insane. That's an insane thing to think about, bro. But hopefully they get their heads out of their butts. I'm trying to be so PG. This is so weird, me not cussing, but I'm trying. I really am trying. Because I looked at a video of myself when I was cussing. I'm like, man, I have a little potty mouth, don't I? But God will prevail, as he always does. And I believe that my business will become successful. I know it will. I just have to have resilience. I had to just be persistent. And I had to just really have faith. And that's another thing too when it comes to healing my anxious attachment. Having faith, man. I just kind of hit you in the face. Having faith. Having faith. You know what I'm saying? I walk by faith, not by sight. And I just had to have faith that, like, I can pick a partner that truly does love and care about me, you know? I just gotta just take my time, because I would rush into a relationship. Because the last girl I was dating, we only talked for 2 months, and then I made her my girlfriend. That is way too soon. I gotta learn how to be in a slow burn relationship. It's gonna take time, right? It's gonna take time. I don't have to rush anything at all, right? And if it's not meant for me, then it's not meant for me. But it's a learning process, and I'm enjoying the process. That's one thing about it. I am enjoying the process. I'm learning how to grow. I'm learning from my mistakes, but I'm also getting better by my mistakes too. So I'm going to talk to you guys when I get back from work. I got to walk over to the concourse. So I'll see you guys in like 8.5 hours. Whew. What a long one. Another long one in the books of not getting paid. Yeah, it is currently 8:07. Apparently the Senate voted today and they still failed. Pardon me, still did not get a vote. Well, they voted, but they just didn't vote yes. Oops, sorry. So still not getting paid anytime soon. Like I said, they have until the 28th to come up with the decision. And like I said, my prediction is that they're going to get it done by around the 28th, but you never know with this government. So we're just going to keep our fingers crossed. We're going to pray up to God, and God will prevail like he always does. Anything happened today? So today was actually a pretty good day of work. I was actually in a pretty joyful mood. One thing I've learned on this journey is that I try to bring Christ into work. Because before I used to just be very like, I just want to leave this place. I want to leave, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be here. Right. I still don't want to be at TSA. But I can at least be like a little bit more joyful and bring Christ into it. And, try to just serve others while I can up there. Whether that be like a little joke, a story, a compliment, just something to just like make someone's day. But I messed up. I ain't messed up big time. But one of the employees that worked up there, she works at Starbucks. She had brought some White Castle in. And she comes in, right? And I'm like, okay, thank you for the White Castle. I appreciate it. She's like, this for a friend. I said, I'm your friend now. And she laughed or whatever, blah, blah, blah. She go to the to divest her stuff or whatever. But I get rotated to the DO. That's like divester officer. That's the people that be yelling at y'all, take the stuff out the bag, you know what I'm saying? With your shoes, keep your shoes on your feet, right? Keep your shoes on your feet. You keep your shoes on your feet now, right? So I get rotated to there. She's at the beginning. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. Oh, why didn't you go? You're soft, man. You're not from St. Louis for real. We run red lights. We run, you can see the red on my face, right? We run yellow lights in St. Louis. Anyway, back to the story. She got the White Castle. She got a drink with her though, right? This has to go through the X-ray. So she put her bag in there, right? She put the drink in there too. It was gonna fall regardless, right? My dumb self, I like kind of slid it because I tried to slide it onto the X-ray belt, right? I slid it on there. The freaking drink fell over. Half of it spilled on in the bin or whatever, right? I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to. She said, it's okay. It's for my friend anyway. Blah, 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 blah. She going about her day. I'm just thinking like, dang, bro, I want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like make it up to her, bro. Like I felt really bad, right? It was the high C orange. Them high C oranges be slamming, right? They be slamming all the time. Fast forward. I'm just going to fast forward to this story, right? To the end of this story. I see her as I'm walking. She work at Starbucks. I see her as I'm walking. I walk up to her. I say, hey, did you want me to, like pay you back from that drink? You want me to get you like an orange soda? She was like, no, it's okay. You're good. It was for my friend. I said, you want to get it for your friend or whatever? She's like, no, it's okay. You good. I'm like, okay. All right. I'll see you later then. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty much like, I just wanted to repay her back, bro. And it was just something, I felt like the Holy Ghost was just like, just say something, bro. At least you can try to make it up, try to make amends. But she said no. She said she was cool. I try to be a sweetie pie, but yeah, man, that's what happened. Something came over me today too as well. I'm gonna talk about this more in my next vlog, but I'm just gonna rant about it now. So I've been seeing like a lot of symbolism. So I'll see like a lot of crosses. People wear crosses, chain crosses or whatever. And this one dude had he had the sweetest, nicest Jesus piece tattoo. It was a calf. It was a calf sleeve, nonetheless, on his calf or whatever. It was Jesus. It had the thorns, and I had some kind of scripture, but I couldn't really see it. But I said something. I was like, dude, that's a nice tattoo, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But before that, I'm at the DO again. This is later. I'm at the DO again. There's a cross, right? And people are saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? My coworkers are saying stuff about it, but they're not taking it. Bro, I ended up taking it, and I just put it in my my little shirt pocket, right? Maybe when I park, I'll show you guys like what it was or whatever. But I'm just like, I like to keep Christ close to me, right? I like to keep him by my heart at all times. I did better on my cussing, by the way. Only cussed 1 or 2 times, which is good. So I say this to say this. I'm thinking about getting baptized. Now I'm going to talk about it more in my next vlog about getting baptized, but something came over me and the Holy Ghost was just really talking to me, and I want to get baptized, man. I think I'm ready. I'm probably not going to get baptized until May, but right now I still feel like I have more things to learn or whatever. I have more things. I just want to make sure that I'm prepared to get baptized. I had to do my research. I had to, just plan for it and stuff like that. But yeah, something came over me. The Holy Ghost spoke to me today, and I want to get baptized. So I'm gonna talk about that more in the next vlog, and I'll rant about that. What else? I think I already talked about my secure or anxious attachment. I'm trying to become secure. Like I said, I'm trying to calm down, try to like not overthink everything. One thing I do need to work on is my faith, because one thing about me, I just feel like I need to have control over everything, especially my relationships, in order for them to work. Because if I have control over them, then I understand what's happening. But I need to learn how to just walk by faith and not by sight. I feel like before I talked about that, but putting it to action consistently, that's going to be the hard part. That's going to be the hard part right there. But, you fall off a little bit, but then you just got to get back on track. You got to understand what you were doing, understand the mistake, learn from it, and keep growing. Right? That's the best thing. That's the best advice I can give you. Understand what you did wrong, learn from it, understand why it was wrong, grow from it. So it's a learning progress. It's a learning in progress. It's a process, and we're gonna do better. I don't really want to describe much about it. Just know that it's a girl I like. We don't talk anymore. I really like her, but I just can't talk to her right now. I have other things I need to worry about, like my finances. Like I said, I'm not getting paid, man. And the back end pay is gonna be really nice, but I'm not getting paid right now, so I can't date, which really sucks. And in my head, my anxiety, my anxiousness is happening because it's like I want to date this girl, I want to talk to her, but right now it's not the right timing. And this is what always happens to me. I'm afraid that she's going to get snatched up. That's why I try to lock down the girls as soon as I can, because I don't want no one else to have them. But that's not really fair, right? Because if I'm talking to other girls, if I'm talking to other women, it's fair for her to talk to other guys, right? Until we're locked in. And then that's another thing too. It's the single till married thing. That thing throws me off, because I try to court women. I want to court a woman, right? I don't like to be player and talk to all these women. I like to have one woman I'm courting, and I want to get married to her. That's it. It's nothing more, nothing less. I ain't gonna confuse it, but I do it too soon. I lock it in too soon, and that scares them off because it's too intense too soon. And I didn't realize the intensity until someone was super intense with me. And I'm like, yeah, this is going too fast, bro. I don't even know you like that. So it's, like I said, it's a learning thing. It's a learning curve. But like I said, I learn from it. I'll get better with it. And, you know, if things are meant to be between me and her, that's great. If not, you know, I'll be right for the next woman. There are a couple things I want to get off my checklist before I get married. I want to get baptized. I want to see a therapist. And I want to be walking into my purpose, right? I want to be walking into my purpose and be like undoubtedly disciplined. So today, still working, right? Working in my progress, working in my purpose. I'm sorry. Staying disciplined. Today's leg day. I have a love-hate relationship with leg day. And I like leg day because it's the foundation, man. Your legs are the foundation to your body, right? If you got a strong foundation, you can do anything, honestly. But I don't like it because it's your legs. It's your foundation. I use my legs all the time. And it's like, dang, I got to work out. I'm on my feet all freaking day. Now I got to do a leg day. My legs be killing me, but it like in a good way. But you got to do it, man. You got to do it, right? I'm not working out for no reason. One of my coworkers / friends, he work out to feel good and stuff, but he said he do it for the females. He do it for the women. I'm like, this dude. I get him. Just like how women be posting pictures. That was a little close, Leon. He be just like how some women be posting pictures for the gram for little Sarah and little Abigail and Donquisha. He ain't doing it for them. Come on now, you doing it for Daquan and Sean and Tyrell and stuff. You doing it for them niggas. Is nigga a cuss word? I don't know. It's my word. But you doing it for them. You know you are. Stop lying, man. Stop lying. But yeah. Me personally, I'm doing it for the health benefits because I saw a TikTok where this old lady, she was like 80 years old. And one of the employees, I think it was at Planet Fitness, one of the employees asked her, like, how are you still able to walk around at such an old age? She said she was lifting weights, right? When you lift the weights, you're tearing down and building up muscle. So think about that. Think about that until you're 80, man. Your muscle deteriorates. Like, you are not the same person you were in your 20s and 30s, right? So if you're still building muscle, or if you can at least maintain it, bro, you can live for a super long time. I think that's part of the reason why my grandma lived so long. She was very active. Now, of course, when she got older, she wasn't able to move around as much, but she was still moving around. At 92, she passed at 92, but at 92, she was moving around. That is insane to me now that I think about it out loud. 92 years old. And there be old people at the TSA too. They be moving around. I'm like, bro, you're old, but you're still moving. Still sharp as a tack, you know what I'm saying? They still moving around. That is such a blessing. And I want to be like that. So yeah, you get the girls looking at you, but I'm going to talk about this in my next vlog too. Like, once you defeat lust, bro, you don't even be looking at people the same, bro. I do not look at women the same like I used to. Yes, they're beautiful. Yes, they have curvy. They're very curvy. But it's like, I don't care. Like, I used to be one of them guys to be staring. Now I'm just like, if it ain't my wife, bro, if it ain't the girl I'm dating, right, then I can't look at her like that. Even if it is the girl I'm dating, I can't look at her like that. But I will only have eyes for her. And when she becomes my wife, it's on to the end zone. For real. Like, it's, yes, man. I really want to find my wife. I really want to have a wife and have a family. But I got to do the dirty work. Got to do the dirty work, man. Got to stay in my solitude. Got to be isolated for a minute. It's just not my time right now. But I'm working on becoming a husband. I'm working toward it, right? I'm growing. I'm understanding. right? I talked about it earlier, GGC, right? What was it? Godly, courageous, gentle, right? And I have to apply it every day. And I feel like I'm doing better with it, but I just gotta be consistent. Just like with my discipline, consistent, right? Gotta be disciplined. Okay? So, whew, I just be yapping, man. I just be yapping. I just really love to talk, man. I just can't wait until this government shutdown is over and I can start making like consistent money paychecks, because I have a lot of ideas I want to get off the ground and onto the table. I got some challenges. I got some really cool ideas. I just really want to put it to work. So, looking forward to that. Right? I can't think negative. It's because of God. It's really all God. There's actual God to be hidden too, but it's really all God. So that's why I be so calm about everything. That's why I be so happy. I remember one time, this is like 2 years ago, people be like, I just be standing in the back, I'll just be smiling and stuff. People be like, why are you smiling? Because I'm not miserable, unlike you. Like, what's wrong with me smiling? Why can't I just enjoy my body? Why can't I enjoy God's body? What is wrong with that? What's wrong with you? You know? But I just really love God, man. Like, when you like turn your life to Christ, you just see joy in everything. You see joy in the little things. You see joy in the big things. This isn't a front, man. This is a lifestyle. I feel like I need to go to Walgreens, but I think I'm just gonna do some Amazon shopping because I think they're closed anyway, honestly. They are closed, even though all the lights are on, but dang, they closed at 8:20. Dude, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:23 and they already closed? That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna get this workout in. I should probably start showing my workouts, but I don't be feeling like it. I think that is so weird to me. Like showing myself working out. I don't know. I think that's so strange, but maybe when I get into the new gym, maybe one day, right, whenever I get paid, because I want to take my Muay Thai classes, and I want to get into a new gym, and that's when the takeover starts, right? That's when the takeover starts. That's when I start stepping into some, you know what I'm saying? And when I start flexing. Not flex, I don't want to flex on people, man. I just want to share my story, share my progress, share my growth, and build a community. First community, that's the thing. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm almost at the apartment anyway, so I'm probably not gonna record on my way there because it got snow flurries, bro. Why is it snow flurries? Well, it is St. Louis too. You don't know what kind of weather we're gonna get. This lady talking about I guess she was headed to Arizona. Guess what the temperature is gonna be this weekend? 106 degrees. 106 degrees. It's 24 right here. And then tomorrow in Arizona, it's gonna be 106? Are you insane? Is Arizona insane? What did they do to deserve that? I'm kind of jealous because I don't like the cold, man. I do not like the cold unless I'm bundled up. But yeah, I just pulled in, so I'm gonna talk to you guys in a little bit. Hi, kitty. What's up, baby girl? What's up, baby? Like, hey, I'm in the gym. Proof that I'm here. Back at it again. Y'all, I'm stupid drove. I tried to take the long shortcut, right? End up stepping in some, I don't even know what I stepped in. like a little mud puddle or whatever. Long story short, I got Crocs on. And it went through the holes. So luckily I had some thick socks, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get this workout in. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a little bit. Okay, just came back from the gym. If it sounds like I don't have my mic in, it's because I don't. But my phone is nearly dead, so I'm making salmon. I don't know if I want to make some potatoes. I'll probably end up making some potatoes and just salmon and potatoes for tonight. So I'm not gonna be able to show you guys the progress or the process, but I'll show you guys the progress when I'm done. 1 second, guys. Okay, guys. Food is finally done. I got my salmon right here. I got some chips, or French fries that we like to call in America. Got that right there. Great protein. 24 grams of protein each salmon. Some fries on the side. Yeah, this is gonna do it for me. I got a headache and it's 10:10 already. So I'm gonna eat, probably watch on YouTube, take a shower. And I gotta edit the rest. I gotta edit this video right here. So yeah, man, I'm gonna see you guys on the 18th. You guys stay tuned. I got a whole bunch of videos. Dang, man. Hoodie hair right here. But yeah, I got some videos in the works. We gotta stay on the progress, man. I just pray that this government shutdown doesn't end too long. But God, He's gonna protect us, right? He's still gonna look over us. It's not on my own thinking. I try to look at this as a positive, right? I'm looking at this as like, I need to be a little bit more wiser with my money. And I need to be a good steward of my money. So I don't look at this as like, why is He punishing me? I look at this as like an opportunity to understand how to manage my money, right? Because in the future, you never know. I might need, you just gotta learn how to manage your money in general, right? The same scenario could happen in the future, you know? So stay prayed up, stay blessed up. God loves you. Jesus died for your sins. He died for my sins. He died for our sins. And yeah, I'll see you guys 2 days from now. Love.